Good day, believers. There's something I want to quickly share with us. Stay with me. Now, if you find yourself falling into sin, like your life depends on it as a believer, then there's something wrong. It is either you were never born again or you've not had encounter with Jesus. Because the Bible says in the book of 1 John 3 verse 6, whosoever abideth in me cannot sin, and whosoever sin has not seen me or has not known me. That you are always committing sin, like your life depends on it. It is because you've not had encounter with Jesus. There's a level of encounter that you have with Jesus that your living body, soul will not be able to stand sin, because it is no longer your nature. Your nature has been exchanged. He says we have been translated from the kingdom of darkness to the kingdom of his dear son. You are no more under the power, under the control of slave master, which is the devil. So this nature of sin ought not to stay with you. That is why a true believer, whenever he or she fall into sin, listen to the word I said, fall into sin, because it's no longer our nature. Whenever he or she fall into sin, when the act of sin has been committed, she feels irritated, or he feels irritated. He begins to feel remorseful. Just like you've committed sin, you've come so extreme. Maybe you've exchanged words with your colleague at work or someone random person on the street. Okay, and when you got home that day in your closet, you begin to replay that act, and you begin to feel remorseful. Oh, I've done this. I've gone too extreme. You begin to feel remorseful. That is how it ought to be as a child of God. But if you are someone that claims to be a child of God and you commit sin like nothing is wrong, and you are the type that is saying the grace of God is there, sufficient for you. The grace is not there to commit sin. The grace is actually there to stay away from sin. The truth is, you are just like your father, the devil. You are still under the bondage, siege of the devil. If you've committed sin back to back and you are always still feeling remorseful, there's a solution. You need to encounter Jesus. You need to increase your walk with him. Either you find a gathering of brethren that you can stay with. That's why I say do not forsake the gathering of brethren. They will sharpen your spiritual sword. They will help you come alive. You come closer to Jesus, you will see that yourself will reduce, which is the sin nature in you will reduce. You walk in the spirit, you will not gratify the works of flesh. The more you do the things of the spirit more and more, you will see that sin will not find expression in you. So if you're listening to me this morning, you can become better.